guys, it's Lisa from twocreatorwebsite.com, and today I want to talk about setting prices for advertising on your website. A lot of you guys have been asking me, how do I know how much to charge for banner ads, text ads on my website? So that's the topic today. This is one way you can help determine that price, and this is only one way. This is not set in stone. It's not the only way, but it's a way a lot of people use, and they take their AdSense ECPM, and ECPM basically stands for earnings cost per thousand. So that number, let's say it's $2, and you can go into your AdSense reports to find this number. It's very easy. It's right on the main page of your reports. If it says $2, that means, on average, for every 1,000 AdSense displays, you earn roughly $2 for every 1,000 displays. So what you can do is you can take that number, then look at your monthly page views. Not your unique visitors, your page views. How many page views are loaded every month? Because that's what your advertisers care about. So let's say it's 5,000. You take that 5,000, divide it by 1,000, you get 5. Multiply that by your $2 ECPM from AdSense, and then you've got $10 per month for an ad. That's a starting point. Or if you're going to charge by impression, which a lot of people will do, like they'll charge for every 1,000 impressions. Let's say you want to sell 10,000 impressions, then you would just use that $2 from your ECPM, and if somebody wants to buy 10,000 impressions, then you would charge $20 for the 10,000 impressions. So that's a starting point. Now, most people will find that they will have to adjust this number because of various reasons. For example, placement of the ad. If the ad is going to be at the very top of the website, obviously that's a premium spot, so you would charge more than if the ad was below the fold or at the bottom near the footer, so you have to adjust for that. The other thing is banner ad or text ad. You need to know your site and know, do banner ads typically perform better? Do text ads typically perform better? Now, granted, the copy makes a difference. I mean, if the banner is just a very well written banner, then it may do better than another banner that's not written as well, and same thing goes for a text ad. But in general, you should kind of know what does better on your site, so you have to kind of take that into consideration too. Do you charge a premium for your banner ads or your text ads? You have to know your site. The other thing you have to know is, how well do ads typically perform on your site in general? Run a sample affiliate ad from CJ.com or ShareSale or LinkShare. Look at the click-through rate. What type of click-through rate do you typically get for banners? If it's very bad and it's like 0.08%, then you need to take that into consideration than if it was 3%. You know, anything in general with advertising over 2%, anything over that is considered pretty good. 0.5 to 1.5% is typically the average, I know, for banner ads. So if you know banner ads of a specific topic get 5%, then you would charge maybe more of a premium price for ads maybe of that category. So that's the other thing you have to think about. The other thing is your audience, your target audience. Let's say your audience is 60-year-old women who love to play golf. A very, very specific audience. Well, if the ads are related to that audience, then they will probably perform a lot better than they would on a site where the audience is not as specific or targeted. My site is a great example of that. twocreatorwebsite.com gets visitors, some people that are just starting websites, some people who have websites, some people who have blogs, some people who are making money from blogs. They just want to learn other ways to make money. The type of visitor that I get is so across the board, I have to take that into consideration when I am setting my prices. The other thing you have to consider is your traffic source. How targeted is your visitor to your content? If most of your traffic is coming from the search engines, then you probably have a pretty targeted visitor, a visitor that's going to stick around and view more than one page. They may subscribe to your newsletter, they'll probably come back at a later time, versus the non-targeted visitor that may have found your site on a social bookmarking site like StumbleUpon or Dig. These type of sites typically generate traffic that's not as sticky, if you will. And when I say sticky, how long do they stay around? When I look at the bounce rate, and you can check your bounce rate by looking at your Google Analytics reports. Hopefully you have Google Analytics installed on your site, but it's on the home page of the reports, and it's a percentage. And if it's like 98%, then that means 98% of your visitors view one page and then leave. And I've noticed that social bookmarking traffic tends to yield a pretty high bounce rate. Now, don't confuse social bookmarking with social networking. I'm not talking about Twitter, Facebook, MySpace. I'm talking about social bookmarking like Dig, Stumble Upon, Reddit. That's what I'm talking about. So you have to know what kind of traffic do you typically get, because this will also determine what you can charge for your ads. If I were to use that formula that I told you about at the beginning of this video, I would have to charge about $4,000 per month for an ad. I love my site, I love my visitors, I love making money, but that would be a complete rip-off to my audience if I charged $4,000. Even if I charged half of that, it would be a rip-off. So you have to know your audience, you have to know how ads perform on your website, because the whole point of having advertisers on your site is, of course, you want to make money, but you also want to develop an ongoing relationship with that advertiser. You want them to have results so they come back and advertise again. So you also want to be willing to work with that advertiser and be upfront on your advertising page and let people know what types of ads tend to work best on your site, because you want those people to keep coming back. So that's all I wanted to say. So now hopefully you see that when it comes to setting prices, you can't just say, oh, I have 100 visitors a day, I'm going to charge $5 a month for an ad. I mean, you just can't just put a price on it like that. You also can't just go copy off your competitors, because you don't know what type of conversion they get. You don't know if they're even concerned about the conversion or if they're just trying to make as much money as possible off of ads. You have to know what works best for your site and adjust accordingly. So if you have some tips that you've learned, or some tips that you want to share with everybody else from advertising on your site or having advertisers advertise on your website, feel free to share them below. I look forward to hearing from you. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.